My name is Jenna Nguyen, and this is my project for CE 3301 Stochastic Models, investigating how hot it is on any given day in July in Dallas. Our variable is the highest temperature recorded each day in July in Dallas of 2023. I found these values by going to weather.com, yesterday's weather. This takes us to Wunderground. Here we can find the monthly history I put in for July of 2023. And the daily observations are recorded here. I used the max temperature on the left side. I put all of these values into a data table here. I tested the conditions for a 95% confidence interval. For independence, I easily randomly chose 2023 out of any year I could have chosen, and these 31 days of July do represent less than 10% of all the past days of July. For normality, our sample size of 31 is greater than 30 with no extreme outliers, giving us a nearly normal sample distribution. This is the equation for our mean. I used Excel. The Excel function I use is located at the top, and our mean was about 98. For standard deviation, here is our formula. Again, I used Excel. The Excel function is at the top, and our standard deviation is about 5. To find our confidence interval, we have our formula, point estimate plus or minus t times standard error. Standard error can be found with our formula, standard deviation divided by the square root of our number of values. To find the t-value, we will use a table. We need the df, which is n minus 1, which is 30, and we need the area of our two tails of our curve for a 95% interval. The remaining 5% makes up the two tails. Using our table, we have 0.05 for the two tail area and df of 30, giving us 2.04 for our t-star value. Plugging this into our equation, we get an interval of 96.2 to 99.9 degrees Fahrenheit. This basically says that we are 95% confident that the average highest temperature of any given day in July in Dallas will be between 96.2 to 99.9 degrees Fahrenheit. To improve this project in the future, I would use 5 years of data instead of just 1 year.